One cold morning, Henry the Green Engine arrived to the harbour. It was his turn with the flying Kipper, and Henry was feeling pleased with himself. First, the Fat Controller has me help with the express, then I'm given a new coat of paint. He wasn't paying attention, and was moving too quickly. Henry was just backing towards the trucks when his wheels started to slip. "Stop!" he cried. His tender bumped the trucks roughly. "Whoa, boy!" shouted his driver. Thankfully, he hadn't been moving fast, but the front van was badly twisted. The foreman was furious. "You silly engine," she snapped. "Now we'll have to remove that van from the train. It'll cause all sorts of delays." The van was taken off, and Henry was able to carry on. He returned home the next morning, the smell of fish following him. "Pew!" gasped Rodger. "What a pong!" "It was the Kipper," Henry explained. "The rails were slippery. I couldn't stop in time." Rodger found it a great joke. "And were you following the speed restrictions?" Henry went red. "Ha! You're just a little engine. You'd never get a train like the Kipper, even out of the harbour." "We'll see about that." Soon, an inspector arrived and began to look Henry over. "You're making me nervous. What's the fuss?" "Your tender's damaged," spoke the inspector. "You won't be going anywhere today." Henry was horrified. "But who will take my trains? They aren't as strong as I am." "The Fat Controller will just have to make other arrangements." Rodger was resting when the Fat Controller arrived. "Henry's tender needs to be mended. I'll need you to cover the flying Kipper tonight." "Of course, sir. Always happy to help." Thomas, who was stood nearby, listened in. "I'd take care if I were you." "Why?" huffed the Purple Engine firmly. "Well, for one thing, no matter where fish go, they always seem to cause trouble." Thomas remembered his own experience. "And for another, the line looks very different at night. You'd better go slow. No faster than Henry." And Rodger set off. It was 5 o'clock when Rodger arrived at the harbour. Workmen hurried around the quay with boxes of fish. Rodger was rather impressed. He didn't notice the front van. It was the same one Henry had bumped the night prior. The workman didn't notice. Neither did his driver. "I'll show you that, Henry," he whispered through gritted teeth. The last door slammed. Rodger looked back to see the green lamp. The flying Kipper was ready to go. "Come on, come on!" Rodger growled as he struggled out of the harbour. The train was heavier than he thought. The run became easier, and soon he hurried towards the rising sun. The old van groaned, "Oh, don't be so rough, don't be so rough!" But Rodger didn't listen. The train soon arrived at Edward Station. Rodger began to grow nervous. "Oh, we're running late," he complained. "If I'm late, Henry will never let me forget it." Everything happened at once. The guard's whistle blew, and Rodger set off. Too quickly. He'd barely left the platform when the guard's whistle started blowing frantically. His driver looked back. "Good grief, we've lost our train." Sure enough, the van was ruined. In the sudden start, its front had been torn clean off, spilling fish all over the rails. A strong smell of fish hung in the air. It took some time to clear the mess. By the time the train was ready once more, Rodger was very late indeed. The Fat Controller scolded him severely. "Driver says you set off too quickly for your own good. I hope this teaches you an important lesson." Rodger felt very embarrassed. He felt even worse as Henry arrived. "Pooh! What a pong!" he announced, no one in particular. "I suppose a smell like that can't come from a speed restriction. Whoever would have thought of that?" Rodger didn't reply. He didn't quite like the smell of Kippers after all.